In 1977, a small factory in Colvin, Leicester got to work on something that would change the lives of countless people. Little did they realise that people were still caring enough 40 years later to sit and listen to a guy waffle on about that product. This is the Star Wars Toy Podcast.
Hello there. Welcome to this week's Star Wars Toy Podcast. We've got a special episode this week. We've got John Adams on the line with me on the second part of the Force Friday episode this week. Hello.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I'm brilliant. I'm just looking forward to tomorrow morning. I was hoping it was going to be tonight, but it's going to be tomorrow morning. So no problem there. So before we start talking about this, we're going to say something about Lego at the moment. But you actually work for Lego.
Yes, actually, I do. Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
I'm what they call a brand merchandiser. I've been there going on a year and a half, maybe coming into 2 years. And basically what I do is whenever you see those glass cases in stores, like especially at the Lego store itself or in a Walmart or a Target, I don't know how many of you guys in the UK are going to have this, but here in the States, they sometimes have these displays in Walmart or Target that are behind a little glass case.
Yeah.
Like we build and set up and put those cases in. They usually have lights and sounds and little motion sensors or whatever on them to sort of light up when the people walk down the aisle. And it gives you an idea what the sets look like. So hopefully it entices people to purchase them. And then we build any end caps or any special displays that you see like in those cardboard things or, pop up in the middle of the store, things like that. And discuss with store managers and other people like how to get Lego brand out there and how to get people to buy it. That's kind of my job. Showcase it. Yeah.
Oh, that's a rewarding job. I bet you love that, don't you?
I do. And once in a while we get to do events. So we'll build a set it up in the store on a table. People can come in and interact and ask questions. And, we usually sit there for about 2 hours. And like there's a new one coming out called The Hidden Side. And we're going to be doing events where it's like they have an app on your phone. And when you show the phone the set you've built, these ghosts and goblins and things pop out.
Oh, wow.
And you get to bop them like a little video game on the phone where you get to bop them and do all this stuff.
Pretty cool.
So we demonstrate that kind of stuff and interact with the public that way. And, it's just a fun way to do it. If it's a job where you got to be really into the product,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Be able to build it as well.
And I love toys. And so when I got the job and got into it, it seemed like the perfect fit for me because I love toys. I like interacting with the public, and this just works out really well. Plus I get a good discount on Lego products. So
that's the main reason. Yeah. Is it just the stores, or is it the Lego store as well?
It's primarily the regular retail outlets. Once in a while, we do the Lego stores, but a lot of times the Lego store keeps up on their own things themselves. But once in a while, we are in there and have to do stuff with them,
Yeah, because I go into my Lego store regularly in Leeds, and the sets they've got in there are amazing.
Yeah, I love their displays. When you get to go in and partner with them and do some of those, it's really nice because they get the really good ones, the really big stuff.
Yeah. And they obviously know everything about Lego as well, so that helps.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to carry on with the Lego theme now, and what are you looking for that's coming out?
The few sets that really caught my eye was like we said in the part one over on my show, the Mandalorian set with the AT-ST Raider looks fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
When the pictures are one thing, but when I saw that it got it in my hand and actually could look at it, I was like, holy cow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And I got to say too, I'm a shuttle collector. I have like all the Lego shuttles. And
all right.
I've got the gray version of Kylo Ren's shuttle from Force Awakens. And I always was like, why is this gray? It should be black. Yeah. And now that they've got the black version, I'm like, I'm ready to take this one apart and just put the black one up instead.
Yeah, especially
the
wing coming out, isn't there?
the wings fold out on the new one too, where they don't fold out on the gray one.
All right.
So it's better in every way, in every aspect, So
Nice.
yeah, that might be a grab for me later, somewhere down the road,
That's Lego's something they don't really reduce in price, isn't it?
Not often, no.
No.
Well,
sometimes like two for the price of three or something like that, but you never really see them reduced.
And once in a while you will find them on clearance, but it's like not the sets you want,
Oh no.
But the other one good thing about Lego is they really handle their product well. So it's kind of like you don't feel the pressure to grab it immediately. You know what I mean? Like with some of the Hasbro Black Series or Vintage Collection, if you do see it in a store, you got to buy it that moment because you're never going to see it again. But with Lego, you could go back in 3 months and they're still going to be on the shelf because they keep that supply out there. They keep the shelves stocked, and it's not. I don't know why other companies can't follow that model, but whatever.
Oh, that's it. Into it. We talked about Hasbro before, and I just don't know what's going on with those. Maybe they should learn a lesson from Lego. Like you said, the shelves are always stocked.
I do have a theory, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
Each Lego product is its own case, and you'll get, say, 4 of the shuttle in one case.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the difference. Where Hasbro, a Black Series box has 8 figures in it, and you get a random assortment of those 8 figures when you order a case.
Yeah.
So a store, when they want to reorder something, they want to only order 1 or 2 cases. They don't want to order 20 cases so you can get 20 of each figure, So, it's kind of like, I almost think they should move to a 1 figure per case and have 3 or 4 of that figure in each. You know what I mean? So I'm going to order the Kylo Ren case. I'm going to order the Poe Dameron case. And then when that particular figure runs out, you reorder the case of that figure. And if that figure isn't selling, you don't order any more of that one, But you order the one that keeps selling,
It's common sense, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I don't know, I don't know
what. It's probably all down to money.
I don't know what the logistics is behind the scenes of all that, or why it's one way or the other. But that's kind of my theory as to why you always see Lego on the shelf, but you don't see Hasbro. Yeah, I don't know.
In this country at the moment, I said Toys R Us are shut down. You've got Smiths. They have practically nothing on, but they always have Lego. They've got like a floor full of Lego. They've also got the Star Wars Lego, but they've got no Star Wars product. The Disney store lately have just had nothing in Star Wars wise, and it's been down to the store called The Entertainer, which have been buying up a stock of, well, not really old Star Wars merchandise. I mean, latest vintage collection, they're selling off for £5.
Oh, wow.
It's ridiculous, really, because you go down to Forbidden Planet around the corner, and last week I found a Gamorrean guard for £20.
Oh, wow.
It's ridiculous, the difference in prices.
Yeah.
And I said The Entertainer have been really good lately, and they're not going to get any new stuff in, I don't think, so I'm not going to visit them tomorrow. But I might pop in to see what they've got on offer, because they're selling like the Last Jedi figures for £2 and things like that. It's amazing. The Black Series are £5 and some crazy prices.
Wow!
I don't know how they do it.
They might be getting the maybe they do like auction or on the old stock from other stores. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it might be old Toys R Us stock.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But so like I brought this up before. Like the in the States here, not every Black Series, but we get some Black Series at our Disney stores.
Yeah.
You don't find that there at your Disney? You don't get it?
No, we don't tend to get Black Series at Disney store for some reason.
And then your vintage collection, like where, like I'm kind of baffled as to where you would pick that up other than online. Then
online.
Wow.
I've never seen any at Smiths. Forbidden Planet, like I say, which is pretty much specialized store because they get all their stock in from America. But
they're a little bit expensive.
It's overpriced. Yeah, definitely overpriced. Yeah. So yeah, it's basically everything is basically online. Unfortunately, it's a tragedy, really.
Yeah.
So what's your Force Friday going to be like tomorrow then?
Well, I'm actually going to hit one of the Walmarts that's in my area right at midnight. I know that their stock should be pretty good. I'm just going to see if they put anything out, and if not, I'm going to ask and just see if I can see any of it. If I can't, then I'm not going to do too much hunting because I've got to work tomorrow. But on my route of going through stores tomorrow, I have it planned in my schedule to stop at a Target right at 8 a.m. when the Target opens. And it's a Target in my area that's been recently remodeled, and they've turned it into what they call a next generation super Target. And they should be getting. They're going to want. I mean, the store just reopened this week as a grand reopening, so I mean, I think they're going to want to have. That's going to be the one if any of them has all the stock, because they're going to want to promote the new toy section and get it all built up. And have people go there for the holidays. So I have a feeling that, that's my plan, is to hit that one right when they open, and hopefully somewhere in that mix, either at midnight at that Walmart or that Target at 8 a.m., I'll at least be able to get that Mandalorian figure,
Oh, here's hoping.
Yeah, he's my main grab.
I think it's everybody's main grab is that one. It's the Boba Fett all over again.
Yeah.
So there are some other specialist items, shall we say, coming out. Some of the things, I mean, the gold figures, the gold Black Series figures.
Yes.
What do you think about those?
I got a chance to actually see them in person, and on one hand, I think they're a really neat idea. I mean, Hasbro, I don't think, has done gold figures before. Pop Vinyl does gold figure. Funko, they do gold and chrome and all these things all the time. And they're a neat little chase item. But for me, it's kind of like, if I see them at a discount price somewhere down the road,
I might have to be very discounted for me to buy them.
I might pick them up. But, I mean, quite honestly, it's at the bottom of my list. It's like there's so many... There's so much stuff coming out. I mean, I don't have unlimited funds, It's like there's so much stuff that I got to pick and choose, and I can't get everything.
You've got to have a budget.
Yes, exactly. And so yeah, I mean, I think they're a neat idea, but unfortunately for me, they're at the bottom of my list, They're way down there. And I know there's a couple other commemorative things, like there's old VHS boxes with T-shirts and pins and other things in them.
Yeah.
And same thing. I think they look great. I think they're pretty cool ideas, but it's like, Yeah,
you don't need them.
Yeah. And there's some plushy guys that come with a pin, and there's some. What else did I see? There was these games, like they're Bop It games or something. I don't know, but but they're supposed to have trivia from the movies, and you press different parts on the character, and and they look cool. I think they'd be a neat little thing for kids to interact with and play games with. A lot of it's just, I think, trivia from the movies and stuff, and you hear the characters in the movies answer with their voice or whatever, so something like that. I haven't played with one yet, but I've seen them and online and stuff, and they're kind of a neat little thing that I think people that certain niche will get a kick out of. But again, it's all stuff that would be way down on my list. It's like if you happen to see it at a clearance store or some kind of discount place for $1 or $2, you're like, I might try it.
Time,
yeah. But
so there's a lot of role play items coming out for the kids.
Yeah,
It seems to be it's either kid orientated or adult orientated, isn't it, at the moment? I mean, there's a Scream saber. Have you heard about that one?
Yeah. Isn't that it has vocals from the movie, from the character, it built into it or something, right?
Right. Oh, interesting.
Or do you scream into it? I don't know. Maybe you scream into it and plays it back.
Yeah, I think it records your voice. And
is that what it is? Okay.
It does something like that. Yeah. It's something different in it. But it's something that we've got to try. I mean, there's the Kylo helmet as well. The roleplay Kylo helmet with the
Does it have the
red cracks in
yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah. So that's a new thing.
Well, it'll be some of that would be pretty cool because like you got Halloween right around the corner, so
yeah,
yeah,
true.
Kids want to dress up as one of the new characters, the new outfits or whatever,
Yeah, I mean Halloween's not as popular over here as it is with you. It's becoming as popular. It is becoming pretty popular, but it's not been the same. I don't know how many years it's been popular in America, the dressing up.
It just seems to get more and more popular every year, and it changes.
Yeah.
I mean, like when I was a kid, we'd all walk around neighborhoods. Now it's like it becomes like shopping plaza and mall events. Like they're
all right.
Hundreds of people, thousands of people will go to a mall or shopping center, and every store will be giving something away for people who are dressed up. So it's kind of like I guess you could say in one hand it's become a little more commercial, but at the same time it's also become a little bit safer for the children. The parents can be more relaxed because they know where their kids are.
True.
It's like that kind of thing. You used to have to walk through creepy neighborhoods when I was a kid, and I think a lot of that's gone away over the years.
Yeah, I thought probably best.
But it's always been good to dress up, though. I mean, even like whenever I've had a job that allowed it, people would always dress up at our job or workplace and stuff. It's always the fun time of year for seeing the costumes. And if you get to go to a party, or sometimes there'll be a bar or some club that's doing an event where they encourage people to dress up. Those are always fun to go to over that Halloween weekend.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's another item that's coming out tomorrow. The Hasbro Dio.
Oh, the little remote control thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Sphero BB-8, but I think it's a bit bigger.
Yeah.
More like a full-size Dio, which I wasn't impressed by, but I've actually seen it last week. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to actually see one operate. I want to watch it roll around in front of me, and because just like with BB-8, I was intrigued by the technology behind it because it amazes me that BB-8's head stays on top and the ball can roll, and now they've done it again with this new bot where it's one big wheel with a head on top, and it's like, how is that staying upright? How does this work? And it's kind of like, so I'm curious because of the technology behind it more than the character and the actual item,
Definitely. Yeah, I probably won't buy it tomorrow, but maybe after Christmas when it's come down in price.
Yeah.
Might get one then. That's my BB-8 still in its box. It's in a box in the bedroom.
That's the thing. It's like a lot of these things you got to remember is like how often do you play with it? Because like the BB-8, when I lived in Seattle and I had a cat that loved playing with that kind of stuff, she would chase it around, and it was fun. And and showing it to family members, my mother came by and I was like, oh, check out the little droid, and she's like, oh my gosh, how does that work? And same with an R2. We got a remote control R2, and it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun rolling around with him and playing with him and getting him to beep and dance and do different things. But after you do everything, you're kind of like, you just put him on the shelf and you're like, there you go. You're there in the collection. So it's kind of, you got to be aware of that and just budget accordingly. Like, how much is it worth to put him on the shelf after I've got my day worth of play out of him? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's kind of like that. Did you see that thing, the co-pilot Chewbacca? Did you ever see that thing? It's like a furry stuffed Chewbacca. He might be about 2 feet tall, and he's got all these. I don't think I actually saw it, but I know of it. He's got all these like sayings, like a bunch of sounds. Like there might be like 100 different things he can do or say or something. But he was like $120 here in the States, and I'm like, okay, I would like to have one, but I'm nowhere near that price. It's like if I see him for $10 or $20, I might grab him because I got a lot of Chewbacca stuff. But there's no way I'm paying $100 for him.
Oh no!
It's just...
the Furby Chewbacca that came out. That was about £80.
Same thing. I don't have one. I wouldn't mind. No. I would not mind having one. Yeah. I don't because of.
They probably get one cheap now.
Maybe. Yeah, I haven't looked in a while. You're right.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the giant ones when it was that year we went to the celebration I think it was the one in Anaheim for Force Awakens, and they had a life size, like it was as tall as you are. It was like 5 or 6 feet tall, Furby Chewbacca. Wow. And when you walked up to it, it made all the noises and stuff. And I just remember everyone who was walking by got startled by this giant thing. That would be the one to have.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. I just want to go back to the vintage collection because there are some vehicles that are coming out for the vintage collection. We talked about the ATST.
Yeah.
It looked fantastic. I don't know what the character is. There's an extra figure in with that, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a Raider guy of some sort.
Yeah.
I imagine we won't find out till we see the Mandalorian. No. Yeah.
No, it'll be another Constable Zovio, won't it? Probably never see it. But yeah, you'll need to collect him to be a completionist. So, but there's also the Pose X-wing and the Red 5 Luke's X-wing as well coming out.
Yeah.
Vintage collection, which look pretty amazing. But they don't include the figures. But I've noticed that you can get those figures on the vintage collection cards.
That's true.
You're going to have to buy the vehicles and the figures as well.
Yeah. That actually gives me a reason. See, here's the thing. For vintage collection, the figures themselves, there's not as many. Like I was going to be like, I'm definitely going to grab the Red Trooper, the Knight of Ren, and Zori Bliss. But I was like, the rest of them, I might just wait and go a few weeks down the road if I can find them again, because budget-wise, I want some of those Black Series more than what we have in the vintage collection, and I had a limited amount I can spend over this weekend, so the rest will have to come a few weeks down the road, and but that is true. With the vintage collection, I am way more excited for the vehicles and the play sets, like that Jabba the Hutt Palace play set and other things, than I am for the figures. But with that in mind, it's like, I'm going to want the Poe for the X-Wing. I'm going to want the Luke X-Wing pilot for the Red 5. So,
you need them, don't you?
Yeah.
Why they're not put in with the boxes, I don't know.
And I gotta say, especially because like I grabbed that vintage collection TIE Fighter that was out last year.
Oh yeah.
And I have one open on my shelf, and I gotta tell you, that TIE Fighter is phenomenal. I love it.
Is it?
And it's kind of like, man, that would look so good with an X-wing. Like if the X-wing, if the Red 5 X-wing is anywhere near as good as quality-wise as this TIE Fighter, they're gonna look great together, and maybe even like figure out a way to hang them from the ceiling like they're chasing each other. So I don't know, but it was like, if that X-wing looks anything as good quality-wise as this TIE Fighter does, it's gonna be, a must-have, So
Yeah, the thing I'm going to be I collect the Black Series, so I'm just going to be looking at Black Series this weekend, and I've only got one vintage collection figure, and that's Dr. Aphra, because I can't find Dr. Aphra and Black Series, and I like her as a character. I wish they'd make a TV series.
I remember you mentioned that before, and I got to tell you, I have been keeping my eye open for it.
Thank you.
But I have not. I haven't seen her since she first came out with that Black Series. You're right.
They are on eBay, but they're ridiculous prices, and I'm not going to pay over the odds.
Yeah.
Just because I want it. You've got to be patient with any collection. I've also always said you need to be patient and just don't blow the budget on one thing.
I agree. Yeah.
Just because there's always something else that'll be around the corner.
Well, it's like this thing surprised me. There was I believe it may have been a Walgreens exclusive. I'm not 100% sure where it was. But do you remember that Spirit Ghost Obi Wan 6-inch Black Series?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I never got him when he first came out because I couldn't find him anywhere. He went up in price on eBay and above what I was like even willing to spend. One day we have stores here called Ross, and I walk into a Ross store and he's there for like $3.99 or something. So there's your thing about being patient. Well, I was like, I just wasn't going to spend that absurd amount on eBay, and somewhere months down the road, being there he is for some discount price at a discount store. You never know what's going to happen with some of these.
Yeah, because I was talking about the Disney store earlier on, and I found a Padme Amidala, and I've never seen one on the shelves. And it was £10. I snapped it up. I said, "I'm that."
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got to shop around. You've got to be patient, and
it's some of the
characters below
characters.
The budget.
That's true. And some of the characters that I didn't necessarily were like jumping on when they first came out, like Kira from Solo and Admiral Holdo from The Last Jedi. Yeah. I didn't buy them when they first came out. But now they're hitting clearance all over for $8-9. So I bought them, because I'm like, now at that price, it makes me, I'll grab them just to have them in my, so the collection's more complete, and Plus Kira looks good on the shelf with all the other Solo characters. So now that Solo shelf is complete, so there you go. Okay. Right?
Yeah. Yeah,
see, I think with that
old and young Lando.
I think with that figure, I would have rather had her in the darker black outfit from the end of the movie, as opposed to the outfit they gave her at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
That could have something to do with it as to why I wasn't that attracted to that particular figure.
Yeah, they'll probably bring one out eventually. They always bring every figure out. Apart from Wedge.
And Zeb from Rebels, we still don't have.
Yeah.
We need Zeb.
But
I did hear he might be a deluxe figure. He might be something special coming down the road. So.
All right. Yeah, because they did the Grievous, didn't they? As a deluxe one.
Yeah. Maybe he'll come with some extra accessories. He's going to obviously be larger, and. They probably make him look. They made him look like all the Black Series Rebels. They don't look cartoonish. No. So it could also be like they're really working on his sculpt to make him, just right, because that's not it's an alien character. It's not, and they don't have like a photo of it realistic.
No, that's true.
He's only an animated. So it's like you can't make him look goofy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they've done well with the chopper.
Yes,
I've got the chopper.
I really liked the touch with the different leg. You could do either leg. I thought that was a really nice addition.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But what I really wish is I want some character to come out with that helmet piece so we can pop it on Kanan. So you can either have blind Kanan or the first series Kanan. Because
they'll make another one, won't they?
You think so? They'll just make it.
Yeah. I mean, they've got a long list of figures that they have to do, but there do seem to be a lot more than they used to be. We used to get like 4 at a time, but now we're getting 6, 8 at a time.
I really want a Bib Fortuna.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we got the Gamorrean guards, we got Bosch, Leia as Bosch, we got Lando in his Skiff Guard outfit.
Yeah.
We got that Luke Jedi coming out. It's just like, okay, you've got all these characters around it. Where's Bib Fortuna? We need to do that Luke talking to Bib Fortuna with the 2 Gamorrean guards standing next to him.
Well, I've got the Emperor with the throne on order, and I ordered it in July and I still haven't got it.
Yeah, same with mine. Mine's on order, and they actually. I think just today I saw that it finally shipped So I bet it'll show up somewhere next week, you know.
Well, I checked my order today, and it's not being shipped. I ordered the retro collection, was it the Bespin layer or Hoth layer? One of the layers, anyway. A Chewbacca and the Emperor, all in one big thing.
Really?
So I'm still waiting for all those. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen those yet. I'll have to check out where those are.
Yeah. They'll come through my door very soon, hopefully. I'm not going to tell you where they were from because I don't want to upset them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm wondering if it's going to be a different Emperor from that. Do you have the single Emperor that came out a while back?
The first wave one.
Black Series? Yeah.
There was a first wave one, wasn't there?
Was he really that long ago? Wow.
Yeah. Was it first or second one? I'm sure it was the first wave. Because he's quite rare now.
Because I've got him standing up there with his cane next to Darth Vader, with two royal guards standing behind him.
Oh wow!
And I'm just curious if he's going to be the same or if there's some difference. Well, you get different heads, right? So.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the reasons I bought it. To be honest with you, I do like the Emperor. Anything that comes out Emperor, I'm quite partial to.
Yeah, he's one of those characters that I think they don't do enough of. Like, you could do a couple from the prequels. You know what I mean? He's got a couple of good outfits there that you could do with especially the one with the two lightsabers. Like, man, why hasn't that been put out yet? From the last movie there, Revenge of the Sith, right? When Mace and those guys all went into his office and they were like, "You're under arrest" or whatever, and he whips out those two red lightsabers. It's like, come on, that should be an action figure.
Well, yeah, it's the Mace Windu's only just come out, hasn't it? So.
Yeah, Mace is out. Yeah,
going back in the prequels. What they haven't brought out, what they should bring out, is the Imperial Dignitary.
There you go.
Think anybody would buy that?
Oh yes, of course they would. They would. Yes, I know some people who would.
Right, on that bombshell, I think I'll do it for this week. It's been absolutely fantastic talking to you.
Thanks.
On both sides of both podcasts.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, Mark. It's been a blast.
Yeah. It's just like a couple of mates chatting about Star Wars stories, isn't it?
Yeah, we kind of ramble on about a lot of them, but, we get there.
Oh, yeah, well, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the main thing, just having a chat about Star Wars.
We could start talking. You never know where the conversation's going to end, though.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So where can we find you then? Tell us where you are.
Well, the podcast Super Awesome Geek Show is on all podcast outlets, like Stitcher, iTunes. It's on YouTube. I got videos up on YouTube where I showcase toys and stuff. And my main things to converse with me is on Twitter. If you want to talk general about any toys, go to Awesome Geek Show on Twitter. And if you want to talk Star Wars, hit up Favorite Star Wars Figures. That's FAV Star Wars FIGS. And that's where I chat Star Wars with everybody. That's much it, pretty simple.
Yeah, that's well worth getting over there and having a chat, as we have done today. So, with that, I'll say, may the toys be with you.
Yeah, have a great day, guys.
Just one more round, friend, then homeward bound, friend. Don't forget me in your dreams. Just one more song, friend, and then so long, friend. The nights get shorter, it seems. Just one more rhyme, friend. Yes, it's a crime, friend. But you know time, friend, time can fly. So it's good night, friend. Good night, but not goodbye.